This week at the Round Table, we'll be discussing reused airgun ammunition right now on American Airgunner. Hey, welcome to the Round Table. I'm here today with Rick Usler, Jim Chapman, and the godfather of airguns, Tom Gaylord. Today we are talking, is it possible to reuse airgun ammunition?
Yes, if you cast it, if you melt it down and recast it.
If you melt it down yourself and recast it.
There you go. That's how you reuse.
Which I do.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so you're saying
You
no.
know, Rossi, if I drop a pellet on the ground, I stick it in my pocket and I don't use it, take it out of the field. So I definitely wouldn't reuse a pellet after it's been shot through the gun.
Never.
Well, I mean, okay, once it's shot through, I mean, most of these you can't really reuse, can you? Like that's, what are you gonna do with that?
And here, this is about 10 different pellets that were all shot into a phone book, and yeah, you're just not usable.
Into a phone book.
But look at one of the alloy pellets. You have an alloy in there?
I do.
And alloy kind of keeps its shape.
Okay.
That's a Barracuda green, excuse me.
And you're paying more for those, so you may be tempted.
So what could it do to your gun if you did reuse it and it was janky?
Or if it's a spring gun and it doesn't seal properly, you're going to get like a dry fire.
Could blow your seal.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So not worth it for
The bigger thing
half a cent
is the
pellet?
accuracy is not going to be
Yeah.
there.
No, there'd be no accuracy whatsoever.
Terrible accuracy.
Steel BBs.
Steel BBs, they're tough. Can they be reused? I have reused them. I don't do it because they don't cost that much.
Right, how much does something like this cost?
Oh, $3.95, something like that.
1,500 BBs?
Yeah.
If you have a trap that keeps them pristine, I still wouldn't reuse them because, I mean, I just spent $100 or $200 on a gun, or even $50 or $60 on a gun, and I get one BB that's flat, it jams up. Now I got everything jammed up in the gun. I've ruined my gun. It's just not worth it.
All right, so let's talk airsoft.
Those will shatter. I mean, those will probably deform more easily than the steel.
Far more easily.
Definite no to the plastic BB.
I wouldn't. I know people shoot them into cloth, back like a big curtain, and they let it roll down and they catch them in a box, and oh my gosh, they can get it, shoot them again. You know what? You're just going to get less and less accurate as you go. These things have to be pristine, which means they're coated with wax when they come from the factory to be accurate.
So there you go. So if you're worried about accuracy, then as a law, never reuse a pellet or BB or airsoft if you've even dropped it on the ground or if it has any chance of being damaged.
That's me being picky and dropping
No, that's
it.
me. That's me too. I mean, if it's got any sort of gunk on it, I don't want to be screwing up my barrel running that down the bore.
On the other hand, I cast lead into big bore bullets. I do a lot of that.
Because I wanted to ask, like, I mean, if you're talking about something like this, if I drop this on the ground, I'm picking this up, right?
Oh, and that'll have a big dent when you drop it on the ground, in all likelihood, right? Go ahead and drop it and you'll see. It'll have a dent. You look at it real carefully around the periphery and it's going to have a dent someplace.
So this, I don't want to put this back in this box.
No, not really.
Because you're talking about, if you're,
You know what I'd do? I'd throw it in my lead pot.
Yeah.
so you melt down the lead,
I do.
and then you make your own bigger caliber
Yes.
pellets.
Yes. Not small bore pellets. There are molds to do that. They don't work.
Sounds like you guys all agree. There's no reason, because they're so inexpensive already, there's no reason to reuse pellets unless, of course, you're melting them down and doing your own cast.
But that's going to be for bullets, not for pellets.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I agree.
Like pellets, if you're talking 22s, 177s, these little with the skirt, you just don't. If you drop it, if you step on it, because they're fragile, they can mess up your gun and do a lot more damage to an expensive gun than using that one
If you
pellet.
see them in there and they're bent, I throw them away. I know a lot of guys will take a tool and they'll try to straighten the pellet out, and I've done that, like everybody has, but generally I throw them away. They're not that expensive.
And I'm pretty sure out of this 1,500, I get about 70 of these BBs in my actual gun. Right? I always try to load like this. It never works, but it's more fun.
What I used to do with my Daisy as a kid is we'd put them in our mouth and blow them into the gun, and I'm sure that was good for my Red Ryder.
Don't do that.
No,
Kids, do not put BBs in your mouth, ever.
no.
If you want any more information, of course, on anything airgun, go to AmericanAirgunner.com. Thanks for joining us, guys. That's it for this roundtable. We'll see you next time. Next week on American Airgunner, we'll be hanging out at the first ever Umarex Airgun 3-gun and air steel shooting courses. Let's see if the rest of you have what it takes. Rick is back with a gun review, and of course, we'll be sitting down at the round table. Next week's topic is springers for hunting. And speaking of springers, coming up next week on American Airgunner.